Hey guys, thanks for joining me for another Dokkan Battle video, and today I am continuing my showcases on all these Dragon Ball Heroes units. These showcases, I know they're like way after the Hero Celebration now, but I just want to do showcases on all these units, so whenever I get time I'm just going to record a few of them and we'll just push them out on my channel as they come, right? So in this video we're going to look at the the two unawakened units. So we're going to look at Janemba Modified and we're going to look at Golden Metal Cooler. So let's go ahead and take a look at them. One thing I have said in a previous video, I do think there is some value, like extra value, to these units that release just as an SSR. Because they're releasing as an SSR without a Dokkan Awakening, they're actually very powerful compared to other SSRs. So these types of units, I think it is worth, like say next year when they awaken or whatever, like if you end up getting extra copies beyond Rainbow to like actually build up the SSR. So I've done that for Robel and Supreme Kai of Time, and they're like, they can still put up like crazy numbers, and that way you could kind of have like 2 copies of each on the team if you really wanted to. Not that I'm saying that you would do that a lot. It's just kind of interesting because they're more powerful compared to other SSRs. So I'm not mad that I have this Janemba Rainbowed already. Next year if I pull more, I'll just build up a second copy and I'll have a Dokkan Awakened one and another one, right? But let's take a look at how good he is right now, right? So he is a crossover 120 lead, not really a big deal there. Super attack effect, does supreme damage and raises attack and defense by 30% for 3 turns. So you want to give this guy additional because you want to keep that stat going as good as you can for those 3 turns. And you can see I did 21 additional on mine. He has a high chance of guarding all attacks for 5 turns from start to turn. Guards all attacks guaranteed if you're facing 2 or more enemies. Attack and defense 30% per crossover category ally on the team up to 150. An additional attack plus 50 with each super attack performed up to 150. Another reason to give him additionals, okay? So he's got to wait 50, so he's got to attack 3 times, 3 super attacks to get built up there. Plus an additional defense plus 30 with each attack received up to 90. So he's got to get hit 3 times, so he wants to attack 3 times, get hit 3 times. High chance of performing a crit starting from the character's next attacking turn after the character performs or receives the 5th attack in battle. So very, very interesting kit there. So he wants to attack 3 times. He wants to get hit 3 times. Yeah, okay. So it's going to be interesting. And he's got like that 3-turn attack and defense stack. So this is a unit that I think turn 1 might not look that great, but you give him a couple of turns to stack up, he's probably going to look crazy. And I didn't full level 10 link him, but I just wanted to get Big Bad Bosses to 10. So I'll probably finish link leveling him after he awakens. But for now, just having Big Bad Bosses at 10, I was pretty happy with that there, right? So now let's look at Cooler. So Cooler's the other unit we're going to look at here. So this is Golden Metal Cooler. So my Janemba is Rainbow. This guy's at 90%. So he's a crossover 120 lead. Raises attack and defense for 1 turn, does supreme damage. And then his passive, attack and defense 150. Launches an additional, has a high chance of becoming a super when performing a super. Reduces damage by 20%. Plus an additional attack 30 up to 150 and damage reduction 6 up to 30 per crossover category ally in the team. Character super attack will be sealed if his HP is below 30%. That's a negative part of the passive, but that's not really a big deal. Like this to me sounds like they're meant to be a defensive unit anyways. And it's not too often like you're under 30%. Usually if you're that low, you're probably dead. So that's fine. But the thing that's crazy is that they just have 50% damage reduction, and they're probably going to have pretty decent defense. So just on paper, they're actually looking pretty solid. And why is mine at 89%? I must have missed a node somewhere, but that's okay. And then you see I put some equips on. This guy I have not link leveled at all, right? So we're going to take a look. Now, there's something a little wonky about the team build. The one big gripe with these Heroes units is they always have like Heroes or crossover requirements in the kit. I hope that when they awaken these guys, instead of saying like, you know, because like Cooler's like per crossover on the team, I hope when he awakens they do like per crossover or Wicked Bloodline. Like give them another team option. Because the thing is this Metal Cooler's best linking partners are other Metal Coolers that none of them are on a crossover team. So like you can't give him a good linking partner. So he's going to link up with this guy who only shares 2 links, but he's at least a support unit on top of it, right? The other thing that's going to be wonky is Janemba wants to be with another Big Bad Bosses unit that links well with him. So he links really good, obviously, with other Janembas. The huge gripe here, once again, is he links great with regular Janembas, but once again, his kit, he needs to have like 5 crossover on his team, which other Janembas, like, they don't work in there. So I literally threw this Janemba on the team without a leader skill because I want to see what Black Janemba looks like properly linked up with a 200% lead. So this is definitely not a realistic team build. But for the showcase purpose, I really want to see how good Black Janemba can look. And my hope is next year is then when Janemba awakens, they change his passive to be crossover, but then plus another category, like a more traditional one, like transformation boost or something like that, that other Janembas are on. Because to me, it's just foolish to have so many, like, conditions when you don't link with the other characters that are on that team, right? So anyways, that's going to be my team build. Everybody else is going to be floating supports. The one thing to keep in mind is Hearts will support 30% if there's not an extreme crossover, if it's not all extreme crossover, but then 50% when it is. So when I get my final rotation set up, Hearts will be full supporting the cooler rotation, but the Janemba is only going to be getting 30%, not 50%, because that STR Janemba isn't on crossover, right? All right, so let's hop in. So with Metal Cooler again, so he's going to be here turn 1, right? I already forgot how he builds up again. So, oh, he doesn't build up. He should just be good to go. Yeah, okay, so he's just good to go. So, 82k defense, that's not good. He does raise attack and defense for 1 turn. So really attack and defense 150? Oh, wow, performing super. Okay. I'm like, why is it so low? So his 150 is going to be on super. Okay. Okay. So 82 seems really bad. So this is not a slot 1 character. This is a slot 2 character. So 150% on super. I think that's going to be roughly 200-ish K defense, which still doesn't seem that crazy. But then he's got the other defense buff on super. But remember, 50% damage reduction. So when you have that much damage reduction, I think you can get away with it a little bit. I am going to put him in slot 2 because he would probably get tore up pretty good there. I mean, this other cooler might as well because he's got type disadvantage. But yeah, 200k defense starter turn for that guy. So yeah, 150 on super is a pretty big deal. And then we're going to float this STR Janemba with no leader skill. So I have to be very careful with STR Janemba. Wow, yeah. That would have, I mean, I guess that would have hurt either way, because I was type disadvantage with more defense, but we would have, like, no defense with the other guy. We have to be very careful to actually use items when that STR cooler is around, because he can get us one shot, probably on any of these Vegeta phases. But here's the tech cooler. I still got to do a proper video on tech cooler. He's pretty crazy. He's one of the better Dragon Ball Heroes units for sure. Alright, so about 3 mil. That's okay, right? It's not crazy. Alright, but he gets the guaranteed additional, so that's definitely good there. I really see this Golden Metal Cooler, you know, as more of a defensive unit. So I guess I'm okay with that considering he's unawakened. But even though these guys are unawakened, I still have high expectations. Because, like, if you're not going to awaken them, then they should be good enough as is to be in current content, right? Alright, so now here we've got Janemba. Janemba needs to get hit a bunch. I'm going to put him in slot 1 because in slot 2, I don't know that he's going to take enough hits. He is getting 2 links here, including Big Bad Bosses. So he's at 200k defense start a turn, right? And remember, he's got to attack 3 times and get hit 3 times. So his attack stat's probably going to be pretty weak here, but we'll see. I think fully built up, though, this Janemba is going to be kind of crazy. Like, these 2 guys on their awakening are going to be absolutely insane. I'm going to tell you that right now. All right, so we got him once. Yeah, 1.9 mil is, like, actually pretty bad. But let's let this guy get built up first, okay? All right, so no additional. That's unfortunate. So we got 1 hit and 1 super attack in. So he's got, remember, he needs 2 more super attacks. He needs to get hit 2 more times before he is fully built up. But I'm curious to see what this Janemba is going to look like. Very curious indeed. Alright, so there's Hearts finishing off. That's good. Alright, so now here's Cooler again. Oh boy, this could be a really ugly turn. We'll just leave it like this. I do want to heal up if I can here, so let's go ahead and do that. I'm not desperate enough that I want to use items yet. Alright, and then what's AGL Cooler? Remember, Janemba's got that 3-turn stack as well. So 100k starter turn defense. That's a little bit better. Yep. Okay, so just by getting that little bit of support. So now we're at 100k defense. This is a little bit easier to calc, right? So 150 on super. It's basically going to add another 150k. So he's going to be at 250k with 50% damage reduction. That's definitely solid. Like, you still, like, even with 50% damage reduction, I don't know how 250k is enough to even, like, walk into Cell Max, but it's definitely going to put him, like, good enough defensively in most content. He's definitely going to defend normals, like, all normals, probably okay. With that amount of damage reduction in defense, I think he's fine. I still don't think he's, like, living, like, big-time supers, though. But we'll see here as we kind of get him going, but It is kind of unfortunate because, once again, there isn't like a ton of good linking partners for these guys on the crossover team or Dragon Ball Heroes team. I kind of wish he actually linked better with this Tech Metal Cooler because, you know, they're both Dragon Ball Heroes units, but it's kind of crazy that they only share 2 links. He's got like that auto regeneration, like some of those like specific Metal Cooler links, right? And once again, those other Metal Coolers just aren't going to gel on here. Like, I'm not just going to toss like a random free-to-play Metal Cooler on the team. Okay, so now we've got Janemba good to go. I'm going to just bank that we're going to take Vegeta out here. STR Janemba has dodge chance too, but let's see. This should be good for hopefully getting hit a few times. So yeah, 300k defense. He still has to get hit 2 more times and perform 2 more supers. He's starting to look pretty solid already. I think Janemba's going to steal the show here a little bit. I definitely think I'm liking him more than Cooler. Alright, so he's got 1 more hit. Now he's up to 3 mil, which is decent. He's already where Metal Cooler was. Now, Metal Cooler's also 90%, so that's something else to keep in mind. Very unfortunate that we killed him there, because we still have to get hit a couple more times. But, so we're at 2 and 2, right? So we've gotten hit twice, and we've done 2 supers. Alright, so now we got Cooler. Alright, I'm going to try Cooler in slot 1 here. He's got type advantage, so I'm willing to risk it a little bit. So let's go ahead, and we've healed up pretty good here, so I think we're okay. Defense about the same, right? 111k, a little bit better than last time. Okay, so let's see what we got here. If we get supered, we'll still take some damage, because 100k isn't that much defense. But after super, he's going to be looking really good. I mean, he does have the damage reduction, right? I got to remember that. Because that 50% damage reduction, I mean, you potentially, you know, slot 1 maybe isn't that as bad. I mean, he's definitely going to get crushed on the super, but normals, he's probably still going to be fine even with that 100k because he's got 50% damage reduction, right? All right, and then over 4 mil for this guy. So I think this guy builds up 2 on attack, so he's starting to look pretty good. Yeah, look at this Tech Cooler, man. Once again, I'm going to do a proper, I might actually just do this guy's showcase next because he's looking pretty dang good here. Getting me pretty excited. All right, and then Hearts, this worked out perfect. 1 turn the rotation so we can get a fresh rotation here for the next team setup here. Okay. Alright, so now, really curious on Black Janemba. Alright, this should be his last hit that he needs. Dude, he's almost up to 400k defense, 380. Alright, and his attack should be, and once again, he's stacking too, right? Now, it's only a 3-turn stack, so that does level off. I definitely need to use an item here. So I guess we're going to Whis here for STR Janemba. Okay, and then we're going to do that. Alright. And I guess with my Black Janemba having type disadvantage, that's fine. I mean, he does have a chance to guard, and his guard did kick in. Alright, so 4.2. Dude, Black Janemba's actually looking pretty good. Like, as is. Okay. Yep, so now he's fully built up. He's done all of his attacks. Okay, this is good. This is good. This is good. Alright, and they're like, yeah, see, it's a good thing we used Whis. Another dodge? Okay, perfect. I knew I could kind of get away with STR Janemba just because of his dodge chance. Now, later in this fight, you can't dodge, right? When we get the Evolution Blue Vegeta, we're going to be toast. But that's okay. By then, we will have what we need for the showcase. And also keep in mind, this is a very, like, artificial setup because you really can't run STR Janemba on a setup like this. But for now, 67. Did he get his defense lowered? 67k defense. That's crazy low. Okay. Let's see what happens here with AGL Metal Cooler. AGL Metal Cooler, like, all around his numbers just don't look that impressive, but you just have to remember he does have that 50% damage reduction. Alright, 3.4. That's a little bit better. 3.4 is decent. We'll take 3.4. I mean, Black Janemba, I think, is just going to be hitting harder and defending better, to be honest. I guess it's going to depend on when his guard procs, right? Because it's only a chance. And then this Cooler hitting like 5 mil. Okay. With all the additionals. Dude, this Tech Cooler, with also being a support unit, potentially hitting like triple 5 mil attack stats and supporting, pretty darn good. And this isn't like his optimal setup, right? That's pretty crazy. Alright, and then Hearts coming in. Hopefully Hearts can finish him off here. Probably not. Okay, that's okay. Janemba's fully built up now, so we're going to get to see Janemba looking good. As long as Janemba's at least getting 1 super per turn, we're kind of keeping his, 30% attack and defense buff stacked up. Okay, I'm pretty sure Janemba's going to finish him off. I'm okay not using an item here. Dude, 435k defense. That's crazy good, dude. For, like, what this unit is, Unawakened, that's pretty dang good. That is actually really good. What's his attack going to look like here? I'm kind of curious. How hard are we hitting for an unawakened unit? How hard are we hitting for reals here? Alright, fully built up. What are we doing here? Dude, 5 mil. 5 mil with 400k defense? That's actually crazy. Yeah, Black Janemba is like really good. Alright, let's get... I want to get one more Black Janemba turn in. One more Black Janemba turn, and then we'll probably call it a video after that. Because this cooler's pretty much, you know, flattened off. He's just doing the same stuff every turn. Yeah, let's put him in slot 1. Let's test his... let's test the damage reduction. So he's 100k defense, but 50% damage reduction. Let's not use an item, and let's see how well we tank this Vegeta. This Vegeta can definitely put up some damage. Okay, not even double-digit normals. That just shows you that 100k defense, even with the damage reduction, won't cut it. So, like, if that was Cell Max, we would have been dead on normals. On normals, even. After supering, though, he's totally good. He's totally good. Double-digit normals for sure. I would like to see him take a super. I think he would eat it pretty good. And then, yeah, this Tech Cooler looking crazy. Tech Golden Cooler, man. Pretty dang good. Pretty darn good is that Tech Cooler. Okay. And then 3 mil for... Dude, this Agile Toa, I've been using her more with hearts, and she's actually pretty solid, too. She's the one that just got an Easy A last year, and I actually like her. She's really good. I just didn't use her that much, but now with this team, for sure. Alright, so last turn here for Janemba. So yeah, this is kind of where, as long as he's getting at least one super per turn, 435k defense. Now remember, he's still getting another 30% on super. So he's going to be like over 500k defense after super. While doing 5 mil plus attack stats, while guarding. That sounds pretty dang good, actually. Once again, his guard isn't guaranteed, but dang, and who knows? I mean, they never do this. But maybe just this once, when he awakens, give him guaranteed guard. The history of this game is anytime a unit with chance to guard either awakens or Dokkan awakens or Easy A's, they never make it a full guard chance. They haven't done that once. Maybe this Janemba will be the first time. That would be awesome. What's our attack stat? Yeah, about 5 mil. So there you go. After super, dude, 500k with 5 mil attack stat, 500k defense, we'll definitely take it. And then the 5.4 mil additional. Now, when you double super, that carries for 3 turns. So his defense next turn is actually be higher than 430k. Yeah, I almost want to go another turn now because we got that double super. I think we're going to go one more turn because I do... Oh, I just realized we didn't have an item there, but we dodged. Let's go one more because now I want to see his defense when we got that double super because it's actually bigger than 435. So let's do that. Let's get one more. We'll do this. This. And this and cooler. Yeah, 111. Okay. And I do like... I've said this before. I like the flexibility of hearts. Being a floating support unit and a leader. I do really, really like that about him. Alright, and then HL Cooler, yeah, 3.4. So he's kind of leveled off a little bit. Now, after Awakening, I mean, Cooler could emerge as the better defensive unit because they could up his damage reduction, right? His base defense is going to go up. They could give him more starter turn defense, you know, so it's really going to be a toss-up between the two. But right now, I think Janemba's clearly better than the Cooler. Alright, so, yeah. So this shows us, right, last turn when he was at 435, when we supered, he went up to 554. So he's at 554k defense. Now he's going to get another 30% on top of this. He's going to be literally on this turn, after super, he's 700k defense. 700k defense. If he double supers, he's probably like 900k. Dude, Janemba's crazy. He's actually really good. All right. I just want to watch him tank a Final Flash right here. And I'm not going to use an item, and I know that STR Janemba is probably going to die from normals here. But I got to see him tank a Final Flash here. Give me a Final Flash. He's going to tank it for double digits. 5.6 mil. Give me an additional. Give me... Okay. So, additionals are, like, really important on him when you've got that 3-turn 30% buff. Like, that's crazy. So anyways, guys, there you go. Black Janemba and Golden Metal Cooler. I think Black Janemba stole the show. Very, very good unit. Thanks for watching. We'll catch y'all on the next one.